zombie but awake 밤비가 내려wake Can't wait, no time is a game so I just put it all my way I'm zombie but awake 밤비가 내려wake
Good, my crazies. Yes, y'all, welcome back to the lab. Lee here in the stoop, man. Y'all saw that title too as well. We're talking about 7 new Mandela effects to blow your mind. Yes, 7 new Mandela effects to get you moving. With that, I got 2 Mandela effects in here that has original evidence in the way it was supposed to be. With that too, man, y'all remember some of these Mandela effects might not be new to you, but they are new to somebody else, so please respect that. Also with that, man, y'all remember to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and leave your comments down below. Now, without further ado, let's get this countdown going. Let's get down to number 7. And I have to get a shout out to Syn Cloud because this is actually from her channel. Y'all go check her out. Show some love and support. Say that I sent you over there. But this Mandela effect number 7 has to do with Scream. Yes, Scream. The movie Scream, the original Scream. And it actually has to do with Ghostface and his entire. Now, in my reality, a lot of people's reality, we remember Ghostface being straight black. His entire being straight black with his face being white. You already know. But his robe was completely black. Well, that is not the case anymore. Take a look.
Look behind you. Don't turn. Behind you. Behind you.
As you see that right now, Ghostface's entire is completely shiny. It is a shiny, black, glittery, I don't know how to explain it. I don't ever remember it being that kind of shiny. And it just seems like it would just shine in the light if you're in the dark when somebody's flashing something on you. But that is weird to me. But what do you remember? Do you always remember Ghostface's outfit being completely black? Or do you remember it the way it is now, being that black and that kind of shiny sequence and stuff looking ways? Man, it looks weird to me. Number 6 on this list is going to be from the movie Saw, and actually the tapes of Saw and basically what he says to his victims when they press play on the tape. Now, the Mandela effect has to do with live or die. Now, in my reality, in the movies and a lot of people's realities, when they were playing the tape, he always told them what they had to do and how to do it, and basically said, it's your choice, live or die. Well, what if I told you he never says live or die? Here, listen.
You are, but if you want to live, you'll have to cut yourself again. Find the path through the razor wire to the door, but hurry. At 3 o'clock, that door will lock, and then this room becomes your tomb. How much blood will you shed to stay alive, Paul?
Now, that was just a few of the tape's recordings. I didn't want to put them all on there because, my time restraints in a way, but I didn't want to bore you with all the tapes you had to hear. And as you heard, you didn't hear it, but he does say live or die in one of them.
The stomach of your dead cellmate. Look around, David. Know that I'm not lying. Live or die. Make your choice.
Now, if that's how you remember it and remember him saying that on all of his tapes at the end of his victims, that is exactly right, because that's how I remember it too. Every time a victim hit play and it was towards the end, he always said live or die. But what do you remember? Do you always remember him saying live or die, or do you remember it the way it is now, him never giving them the choice, live or die? Now, number 5 on this list, I am going back to the Field of the Dreams, Kevin Costner, and that famous saying in the cornfields, if you build it, they will come. Well, we all know it's changed to basically, if you build it, he will come. But here's proof from the actor himself, Kevin Costner, saying that line. Listen.
If you build it, he will come.
That became part of the vocabulary of America. If you build it, they will come, has inspired a lot of people.
So you're telling me the actor, the legendary Kevin Costner, even said the line wrong? No, he said it right. He remembers it the way I remember it, the way millions remember it, the way Moneybag73 remembers it. Shout out to him because I stole this from him. If you build it, they will come. Now, how do you remember it? Do you always remember it the way we remember it, the way Kevin Costner remembers it? If you build it, they will come? Or do you remember it like this reality remembers it? If you build it, he will come. Number 4 on our list is going to be that great classic onion treat, and we're going to be talking about the Funyuns. Yes, they're onions and they're fun. They're Funyuns. Yes, that classic treat. I love Funyuns to death. And the spelling of Funyuns, I always remember it being spelled the way you see it right here. F-U-N-I-O-N-S. Yes, Funyuns. They are fun and they are onions, so they're Funyuns. Well, apparently I and a lot of people have been spelling it wrong the whole time, or just misseen it, because Funyuns has never been spelt that way, never had been spelt that way, and apparently it's been spelt this way. F-U-N-Y-U-N-S. Funyuns. Yes, Funyuns. I don't even know how to say that because it doesn't even sound right. It doesn't even look right. The Y? Why would you put a Y in Funyuns? It makes no sense. I always remember it being spelled the right way, the way you see it. F-U-N-I-O-N-S. Not the way it is with the Y now, but what do you remember? Do you remember it not always having that Y in there and being spelled the original way you see it and I said it? Or do you remember it the way it is now, how you see it, how you spell it? Let me know. Number 3 on this list, we're going to be talking about that great classic water, the greatest tasting water on earth. Yes, Fuji water. Yes, Fuji water is the greatest water you can drink. I guess you would say that besides Evian and whatever. But this Mandela effect has to do how it is spelled. Well, look at this. Is this how you remember it being spelled? F-I-J-I? Fiji water? Well, apparently it has always been spelt that way. It's always been spelt F-I-J-I. Yes, Fiji water. But millions of us, thousands of us, world remembers it being spelt F-U-J-I. As you see all this evidence going across, t-shirts made of this. This is crazy. Commercials even got this. I mean, what more evidence do you need on this Mandela effect? But what do you remember? Do you remember Fuji water being spelled F-U-J-I? Or do you remember how it is spelled now and always has been F-I-J-I? Before we get on to the last 2 of these Mandela effects, I'm throwing this one in here for a little bonus. I'm talking about the Roadrunner. Yes, I'm going back to the Roadrunner and the beep beep. Now, we all know that the Roadrunner doesn't say beep beep no more. He does use his Beaker's line from the Muppets. He uses meep meep. But here, look at this commercial.
Searching for the right car, don't want a major hassle. One style, value, choice. Beep beep. Beep.com, beep beep.com, beep beep.com. Didn't need to leave the house, searched cars like the mouse. It's fun to save on gas, the bird is really fast. Sold my old car, it's easy. Found a new ride, it's easy. Beep beep.com, beep beep.com, beep beep.com.
Beep beep.com, featuring vehicles from Park Auto Group.
Now, this commercial was made 12 years ago. 12 years ago. And they used the Roadrunner as its mascot. Now, why would they use beepbeep.com and beep beep through that whole thing if the Roadrunner never said beep beep? Shouldn't it be meep meep? If you can't take my word for it, well, listen to this.
Beep beep, the Roadrunner. The Roadrunners, Mama Beep, Papa Beep, and the 3 young Beeps live in a big sandy desert. Wiley can get washed off while everyone goes for a nice cool swim. Come on, Wiley. Beep, 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 beep. Let's go in the water.
So if you still think us Mandelians are going crazy and we still believe that he said beep, beep, and not meep meep, why in the book? Why is the book named Beep Beep? Why are they called Beep Beeps? And also, why did they say beep 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 beep? But what do you believe? What do you remember? Let me know down below. Now, number 2 on the list, we're going to that green character from Ghostbusters. Yes, Slimer. Yes, Slimer. And his spelling. How do you remember spelling Slimer? Slimmer, or the way it's spelled now, Slimer. I always remember the double M's in there. It's just something that was iconic to Slimer himself. Slimer, it was just more of a thing. It's just what they did with that because, you know, that cast is goofy and all, but that's exactly what we remember and how to do it. Also with Slimer, now Slimer has a tail. It is odd to me because Slimer never had a tail. He had a butt. And that's how I remember Slimer. That's how I remember him till the day I die. But what do you remember on this Mandela Effects? Do you remember Slimer being spelt Slimmer? Or do you remember it being spelt the way it is now without that extra M in it? And do you remember the tail or no tail? You let me know. Now, last but not least, number one on the list is going to be that classic home where Mr. Santa Claus himself lives, the reindeer stay, where they build the toys and everything else, the North Pole. Yes, the North Pole, and actually its position in the world and what we all remember or were told what the North Pole was like. Now, I was always taught and read and learned and thought that Santa Claus lived at the North Pole, which the North Pole was nothing but snow, right? Well, apparently the North Pole isn't even snow. It's a body of water. It is just all water. It's ocean. It's lake. I don't even know what you call it. This is not what I remember the South Pole being, nor where the South Pole being. It is so odd and weird to me because where's the snow? Where's Santa's house? Where's the reindeers? This is what we are. Even Elf himself lived in the North Pole. But what do you remember? Do you remember the North Pole always being in that little body of freaking water the way you see it? Or do you remember it like I remember it? And millions of us remember Santa Claus living in snow and ice on the North Pole. There you go, 7 new Mandela Effects for you to blow your mind. Big shout out to Syn Cloud too. Don't forget to go shout out her on her page. Also shout out to Moneybags too as well. Man, I love them to death. And also shout out to each and every one of you, man, for showing birthday love wishes, as well as for 500 plus subscribers. Man, y'all are amazing. Y'all are wonderful. And as if you did enjoy this at any time, y'all remember to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and leave your comments below so we can talk about some more of this. Till then, man, y'all enjoy your summer and keep your mind open because those eyes will see everything in front of them.
Hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you. A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you.